Hey guys, Dev Horn here at WeBuyHouses.com with my partner in crime,
Mike Van Orden.
Mike Van Orden. It's great to see you, buddy. How you
Same
doing?
here. Man, I'm fantastic.
How you
doing,
I'm
Dev?
fantastic as myself.
Good.
As myself. I'm fantastic as well. And today we have a little bit different thing planned. Actually going to be a short video. We always say that, Mike.
Well, we always say that, and then we go 30 minutes.
It can be 10 minutes, and it's 38.
Yeah.
But probably 10 to 20 minutes today. The idea for today is, with this WBH Live series, we have interviewed some fantastic people, and what we have is these hour-long videos, and there's a lot in there, and it's not easy for everyone to watch an hour-long video. We recognize that. So one of our goals will be actually to break those up into some smaller videos where you can just learn about a particular point that they talk about.
By the way, these are real investors.
Yeah.
Doing millions and millions of dollars a year, owning hundreds of homes. So not the fake guru stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
we're going to kind of highlight two of them today, and a point that Mike and I wanted to make, really about a learning that we heard when we spent time with Travis Schurr, time with Mike Anderson, and we also had a mastermind meeting in which they were in, and we were talking about these things, and we kind of had this realization about branding that we thought, man, this would be a good time to kind of stop and say, what are we learning here, guys? It
was very enlightening, man. I mean, as long as we've been doing this, I mean, we know the power of the brand, but sometimes hearing it from people doing it in their perspective on it kind of changes things a little bit. So it was an epiphany to some degree.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we're marketing guys, we get branding, but just to kind of start to understand the power of it. And so what I thought we would do is we've got just a few slides we're going to put up that will help us to tell a quick story. It's time to go live. Oh, we are live. It's good to have you guys with us. Our next interview is coming up this Thursday. That'll be with Igor in Philadelphia. Going to be an amazing interview, so be looking forward for that. And let's jump into this one now. We're going to talk today just a little bit about this branding and marketing, lead generation, kind of how do these things work together? How are professional real estate investors using these things to win in the marketplace? One of the things that Mike and I talk a lot about is branding and lead generation, because quite frankly, this is what our company does. In fact, we do both these things. With WeBuyHouses.com, we offer a brand, and with Fast Home Offer, we offer a pay-per-lead subscription type program.
Which, by the way, I want to throw this out there. FastHomeOffer.com was the first pay-per-lead company in the United States. There's a lot of guys out there hawking all these different companies, and some of them are very good companies. We know them all, but we started it. Fast Home Offer started it 22 years ago. So nobody has more experience.
Well, and actually, Mike's on the sales side of the house, and I'm on the service delivery side of the house. And Mike deals with both these. And I'm sure if people can't make it to the end of the video and they want to know more about this, who would they reach out to there, Mike?
Yeah, just shoot me an email, mike@webuyhouses.com. It's simple. Or if you want to call me, 817-435-4446. That's my direct line. Reach out to me.
Awesome. And this isn't meant to be a sales pitch. It's more meant to show you guys that we kind of understand both sides of this and how these things play together. And then this kind of realization we had from the last few episodes. With WeBuyHouses.com, we sell a territory, and with Fast Home Offer, we sell an opportunity, a lead that came in. Exclusive, both. We only sell the territory to one. We only sell the lead to one person. So this, Mike, jumps into this realization that you and I had after getting through a few of these interviews, and particularly the one, if you haven't seen the interview with Travis Schurr and Mike Anderson, they're kind of connected in that Mike at our mastermind conference where we all get together once a year. Back in 2015, Mike gave Travis some advice. Basically told him you should get into rentals because otherwise flipping is a job, wholesaling is a job. The only way you accumulate wealth is to ride the wave of appreciation, as Mike said it. And he has proven that. The guy's got over 300 properties.
Yeah, 300 plus rental
they
properties.
do about 50 units a year, buy, fix, and either flip or keep. They keep about 12 of those. And so go back and watch the Mike Anderson interview. The guy's been in business for 50 years. Guys, I don't know any other person like this in our business. I can't fathom that he's on our team and that we have this guy to talk to.
Yeah, he's almost like a fatherly figure with all this wisdom and knowledge of the industry going back decades. He's really an interesting guy,
so
right? He's
amazing.
Entrepreneurial minded. He's done so much.
He's
so many
79 years old, still answers the phone calls. Okay, we're going to go too long if we get into these things.
I know.
Watch that interview, but this is something he actually didn't say in the interview. He said it in the mastermind call that occurred a week or two later. And, we were talking about CRM systems and things like that. And at one point, Mike said, Mike's been with us 8 or 9 years now, 50 years in the business, 9 years in the brand. And he said, probably only 10% of my opportunities are actually coming through the website, which kind of opened up this conversation of, well, where are you getting these opportunities? And 90% of it seemed like it's people that know WeBuyHouses.com and know Mike Anderson from his years of doing this and his exploitation of the brand, which you'll see in that video. He now has realtors, homeowners, friends, family, people in the Rotary, you name it. People are bringing Mike deals.
It's 90% referral based. And something to consider is when they started, though, it was a different story. They front loaded a lot of that marketing to generate those referrals. In other words, they were getting more traction through the website initially because they were pumping all that into marketing. And then it's self-fulfilling.
Yeah. And
then they start getting referrals.
Yeah. Over the years, he's done his fair share of advertising, marketing. He runs TV spots with the WeBuyHouses.com building and Mike in front of it saying, I'll buy your house. It's just amazing. I'll put that in the description. If you haven't seen his TV spot, because I don't have it here.
Yeah.
But I'll put it in the description. You guys should check it out. But so that was something that he said. And then in that mastermind call, let me move us here. Oh, I don't think I can in the final product. But the quote is that Travis said is, well, same for me. We've been doing this. Travis and Janie's 10th year with us. And he said, I have leads coming from all over the place. Other investors, homeowners, realtors, of course. And so, but he said, no matter where the lead came from, I always contact them as WeBuyHouses.com. Why do you think he does that, Mike?
Well, it's because of the brand and what that brand conveys, the credibility, the trust. In fact, Travis and I, it's a funny story because off camera, we were just kind of going back and forth. He goes, Mike, I got to tell you, that was a $10 million phone call when you called me and told me about the brand 10 years ago. Right. And, he goes, I felt like I had to close myself on this. And that's a whole nother story, but it's really funny. And to think of where he is now, with the tens of millions of dollars in real estate compared to where he was then, he had to borrow the money to get on board. And he said that we're not disclosing anything he hasn't already said.
It's part of his origin story.
Yeah. I mean, it makes me feel incredible because, I could see something in Travis. I mean, he's just a driven, passionate guy. It would have been successful with or without us, but the brand took him into the stratosphere in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
They really learned to exploit it. He's another one that's just done all kinds of paid advertising and marketing. So it's not like he just, joined the brand and said, I hope it all works out.
No, I mean, at one time when you flew into Vegas, didn't you see the big We Buy Houses, the lighted billboards, the neon?
Absolutely.
What was he doing?
In fact, I want to, if this doesn't show up well live, but we'll patch it in post, but I wanted to show you guys, this is Travis pulling up to well, let me see if I can do that again.
That's awesome.
He's pulling up to the conference in Las Vegas. We had our conference there last year, and it was just the guy he has totally exploited the brand. You know,
Yeah,
he
he's
has a
all about
building
it.
that has the brand on it in Vegas.
And guys, he gets deals from this van because everyone remembers WeBuyHouses.com.
Yeah.
They remember that domain, and when they
Can you
go and they enter in
imagine
their
how
zip
many
code, he gets the
in a
lead.
city with the density of Vegas? How
Oh
many
my gosh.
thousands and
Yeah, it's
thousands of people
incredible.
have seen it?
I mean, he's paid for that van 1,000 times
There's
over.
probably nothing as cost effective as getting a great
No.
brand, and B, putting it on a
Yep.
vehicle. It just you just got to get one deal and it pays for the van. All right, so just wanted to show them that, and then let's see. I also included this new spot that Igor had made. Igor is going to be our next
Love that
person
guy.
in the
It's
hot
awesome.
seat.
Yeah.
But this spot right here shows how powerful the brand is in a video type of context like this. This is for a Google Performance Max campaign. So this video will be sent all over the web to anybody that has searched for We Buy Houses or Sell Your House Fast. So let's take a second here and just look at this commercial that Igor's about to run.
Let's do it.
Selling your home in Philadelphia? Choose WeBuyHouses.com. Get a smooth, hassle-free selling experience. No commissions or fees. Sell as is. We're local, quick, and offer cash payments. Get your cash offer from WeBuyHouses.com. The easy way to sell today.
All right, now that was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Great job.
How powerful the brand is.
Yeah.
And the thing is about a great brand is usually simple. It's easy. It's easy to recall. It's easy to, if you can remember it after just seeing it a few times,
it's
very likely that you could mention it to a friend or family member who's having whatever the issue is,
Yeah. And Igor, just something real quick on Igor. By the way, this guy is on a private island now, or was with his wife.
I think he's back now.
And a few years ago, when Igor got involved with We Buy Houses, he was working a W-2 job. This was a part-time venture in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, one of the most competitive markets in the country. But he was so driven. He was this young guy. I think he was in his late 20s, very early 30s. But he was so determined to make it work. And it wasn't easy for him to do. And I didn't force him into it. He just basically said, let's make it happen. And he's made it happen. And I have to commend him because he's incredible
smart.
to watch.
He's super smart.
Very smart.
He's probably smarter than all of us.
He's a brilliant guy. But driven, right? He does what needs to be done, right? He takes action.
Well, I wanted to make sure I got off that video safely. So basically, to kind of start to wrap this up a little bit, to tie together, I think the points that we've set out on the table, that branding has a critical role in the life cycle of a business.
Mm-hmm.
If you have no brand, then you pretty much have to go out and pay for every opportunity. You have to buy every lead, whether that's running ads, that pay-per-click or whatever that generate that $300, conversion or whatever it might be, or doing a pay-per-lead program like with Fast Home Offer. If you don't have anything else that is generating leads and bringing them to you over the life cycle of your business, you'll always be in the business of having to buy each and every opportunity.
And look, they both work. They work synergistically with each other, right? It's not either or. Most of our We Buy Houses licensees are in Fast Home Offer because they want omnipresence.
Yep.
They want to be everywhere. When someone searches under a term, they want first search, second search, third, right? So they want to be both in sponsored and with We Buy Houses and organic, right? So it's really a double whammy because everywhere the seller goes, guess where they end up? Right. So they're like, wow, this person's everywhere.
Yeah. And Mike, I think of branding kind of like search engine optimization, SEO, in that it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a while. It's an investment into the future. And if you look at the stories of like Mike and Travis, you see the result of that investment. Like we're in the future now, and we're looking at what they did, and they're multimillionaires from exploiting the brand and being obviously experts in this business, right?
And, coming from the direct response world, the Dan Kennedys, the Jay Abrahams, where, I've been on panels at Dan's seminar. I mean, I'm very much into that world, but the thing is when you blend the two, and even a lot of those guys that were direct response only are starting to realize, well, if you add a brand to it, sometimes that can take it to another level, right? They're starting to finally admit that.
Yep.
So as long as you're keeping track of your marketing, right, you can't go wrong by having both because they do work synergistically together. There's no disputing that now. Both work.
Yeah, and I think this is maybe my last slide of just basically saying when you create brand awareness over time in a powerful way, you're going to find 9-10 years from now that maybe 90% of your opportunities are actually coming from people who know you, who have known you, and feel like they can trust you because you've been there. They've seen you year after year after year. And that's also the kind of person that you might recommend to a friend. Like, even though I've never worked with WeBuyHouses.com, I've seen their ads over the years. I know who Mike is now. I've seen him on commercials. Somebody says to me, hey, I need to sell my house. It needs a lot of repairs. I really need money. Who are you going to recommend? I mean,
well,
for one, you may not even know of anyone else, right?
It's called TOMA, top of mind awareness. If you ask 100 people on the street who buys houses in the city, probably 70% are going to go, the We Buy Houses guy. It immediately pops to mind.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the power of a brand, right? Much like Tide is to detergent, right? Or McDonald's is to hamburgers, right? It just, for people to say that brand isn't important or branding doesn't work, that's absolute lunacy because today 92% of individuals still buy brand products.
That's right. You and I were talking the other day and about, with inflation, people are making choices like say picking the generic products. And you said something about generic products, and I said, yeah, I get the generic products too, but only the Kroger branded ones. Because I trust.
Which is Kroger right? So it's like Costco is Kirkland. Like, I love Kirkland products.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's a brand. It's a brand. They've got some of the best batteries.
You can eat Kirkland food and wear a Kirkland shirt.
It's incredible,
and that's only in America.
It's a brand.
In other places.
Right.
Anyway. That's all that kind of we had for today. Was really just to make that point that when we did stop for a moment and think about what these very successful investors in our brand told us, they told us that I'm not going out there and buying every lead anymore. People know me.
I want
they're
to
coming
say
to
this
me.
again. Real investors, multimillionaire investors, right? Not the gurus selling courses. And nothing against that. I mean, look, there are some individuals out there with some really stellar content, right? It's really good information. But our focus is on people that are doing this today in real estate and doing exceedingly well. That's what our focus is on. So I'm not trying to demean anybody, but there are a lot of smack talkers out there that haven't flipped or wholesaled or a home. I don't think. But they're selling education. So anyway.
Well, and I think the other thing is they're selling, and we're kind of talking about the what do we call these folks? The marketers, the people that run the seminars,
the carnival barkers. Some of them
they're selling a dream. And I think for us, we would say, we see and know a lot of people for which that dream became real. But it's not necessarily something that's easily taught.
Agreed.
And it's something that's kind of learned and developed and grown over time.
And look, I've personally spent well into six figures on masterminds back through the 90s and early 2000s, met amazing people, made me millions of dollars. So I'm just saying that there are a lot of people that talk the talk, but not walk the walk, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah.
So anyway, these are real guys that are doing it.
Well, we'll wrap it up here. I'll just tell you guys, this is our sixth episode of WBH Live. Episode 7 will be Igor. If you'd like to join us live on these Zoom webinars that we're doing, reach out to me at live@webuyhouses.com. If you have any suggestions of topics that you'd like for us to cover, same thing. Reach out. Let us know. Communicate with us. We have an idea about, in the future, these may actually be lives that we go live on YouTube at this time. But right now, we're having I don't know, be a little bit more of a traffic cop who comes into the room and hangs out with us. But we'll see about that.
Yeah, no future. AI bots kind of allowed, right?
No,
we're banning the AI bots, right?
We have no AIs in our meeting.
Not happening.
Last thing, I'll just let them, if you want to know anything about WeBuyHouses.com, how it works, what it costs, if it's available in your area, that kind of thing, reach out to Mike.
Yeah, shoot me an email. There's still a few markets available for We Buy Houses, so shoot me an email.
Yeah, and he also can help you with the pay per lead program, Fast Home Offer, if you'd like more information about that.
Yeah, those are PPL pay per lead, which I'm sure you've heard about. We started, 22 years ago, Jeremy started, so good stuff.
Yeah, been generating leads for a while. So we know both sides of that equation. And it really is neat, Mike, isn't it? You and I have been doing this here for all these years, and we brought these guys in. We worked with these guys.
Yeah.
And not just them, but so many others that we now look at the success that they've had. And it does make me proud to know that we had a little bit of a role or a little bit of a part in the success that these amazing professionals have had.
And we have these mastermind meetings in Dallas or Vegas, or it's going to be in Dallas this year. And seeing that group, I mean, I still kind of peek in the door to see all these top investors thinking I was their initial point of contact. And, anyway, it's a great feeling, man, because when you have a great product and you fulfill and they're giving you a hug saying, hey, man, thanks for letting me get involved. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, let's wrap it up. It was, let's see, I don't know how many minutes this has been, if we met our goal or not.
I think we did okay.
See when it's over.
Anyway, it's the content that matters, right? Anyway. Right?
It is. Hey, guys, it was great to spend some time with you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Looking forward to our next episode 7 with Igor Avratnar.
Absolutely.
From Philadelphia. Awesome. You got to see it. It's going to be great.
Got to see it.
Go back and see the other interviews if you haven't seen them yet. So much great content. We look forward to spending more time with you
guys.
very soon.
Take care.